guys, how are you? I'm blonde. No, just kidding. As you can probably tell by the title of this video, this is a wig. I just received this wig from DonaloveHair. If you guys follow me on Instagram, and if you don't, you should, because that's where I'm most active. If you want to know where I'm at, why videos aren't popping up, something like that, Instagram is the place to be. But yeah, so if you follow me on Instagram, you would know that this wig looked nothing like this when I first got it, and I've been working on it and fixing it to make it to my personal taste. It's still not perfect. It's still not how I wanted. I want a lot darker roots coming to out here, but I haven't been able to find a good method that I like for dyeing synthetic hair extensions that dark brown color that I think looks good. So for now I just have this blonde color, and then I have a little bit of dark roots that I just did with eyeshadow. Today I just wanted to tell you about the wig, how it was when I first got it, and about DonaloveHair, but then also show you the process of how I got it to this. So yeah, that's about it. I'm just gonna get started. When I first got the wig, it got to me in this lovely box, and it got here really quick after they sent it out. Inside was just the hair wrapped up in a little hairnet, and then a little card telling you your name, what wig you got, whatever, and 2 wig caps. I only have one here because I'm wearing the other one. The wig that I got is the SNY053, and I actually don't think that's the one I ordered, but I don't blame the mistake on them because I changed my mind like 3 times. I couldn't decide which wig I wanted because I have a widow's peak, so I wanted to have a wig that would kinda match my widow's peak, and this one still doesn't. I'm not super happy with this parting over here, but oh well. I just have very weird hair up there, and it's not very easy to find one that goes the same direction. In the end, I got the 053, and like I said, it looked nothing like this. I will try to insert a clip here now showing you how it looked when I first got it, and as you can see, it was gray, it was really long, it was really thick. I kind of felt like it was eating me alive, so as much as I thought it was really beautiful, it wasn't really for me. Like, I would never ever go out of the house with a wig like that. So the first thing that I did right away was to just straighten the wig with my normal flat iron. And the fibers on these wigs are actually heat resistant, even though the wigs are synthetic. So I just was able to flat iron it. I think I used 120 degrees centigrade. With that, I didn't get it completely straight, but I didn't want it completely straight. I did want a little bit of waves, but I still thought it was way too thick. I have very thin, damaged hair, and it was just too much of a contrast to what I usually have, so it was just way too much hair. The first thing I did was cut the length. I wanted it to be just about the same length that I have now. I quite like that length. I think it works well for me. I just cut it using the exact same method that I have used for my own hair, and if you haven't seen that video, I will link it somewhere here, and you can go and watch that video and know how I cut it. I'm not gonna go into too much detail, but basically I just tie it up in 2 ponytails and cut away, and that's it. And then after I cut the length of it, I removed a couple of wefts, because the way this is constructed, it's a cap with 2 little clamps here in the front and 1 in the back, and then it has a lace front to about here, and then it has a cap that goes like this, and then from then on it's just wefts. I removed every other weft because I wanted this area here to be a bit more flat and a bit more snug against my head, and I felt like if I just cut away hair, I'm probably gonna have a lot of short hair sticking out, and it's never gonna look like as flat. So I figured that the best way to deal with it was to actually remove the wefts. And it's also good because if I want to add some thickness back, or if I make a mistake, I now have some wefts that I can just like stick in there and it'll look brand new. And then I just went on to thinning out the ends because it was a very blunt cut, and I kind of wanted the hair to match my own hair, so I wanted it to look a little bit damaged and stuff, especially considering that I have very dark hair naturally, and I have dark roots, I have very dark eyebrows, so one cannot expect me to have super healthy blonde hair. Like, that would be weird. So the way I did that is by just hacking at it with a scissor, and I just removed a lot of hair so that there are a lot of like thin ends, and so that the hair is not so thick towards the bottom to like simulate some breakage and stuff. So does it look perfect? No. But does anyone's hair look perfect? No. Which is exactly why I did it this way. I removed so much hair. I actually kept all the hair that I removed to show you guys, and it's in here. And you can make another wig out of this. Here is the ponytail of the length that I cut off, and then here is everything else that I took away from the thickness. Then I have a couple of wefts where I did the testing of the color to make sure that it worked well. As far as the color goes, a lot of people think that you cannot dye synthetic wigs, but you definitely can. There are a few different methods for it. I use the FW ink method. FW ink is this. It's basically drawing ink to use in fountain pens and stuff. I had used it back in university and I actually love this kind of ink to work with, so I was quite happy to have a reason to go and buy them. This is just basically acrylic ink, and the method that most people use is to mix this up with rubbing alcohol and then spray it onto the hair. But in case I haven't said this before in one of my videos about Sweden, Sweden does not sell rubbing alcohol. There is no such thing here. You cannot get rubbing alcohol because they are afraid that people will get drunk off of it. The whole idea of using rubbing alcohol and FW ink was kind of out of my reach, but I found one video on YouTube somewhere, I don't remember where, of a girl that actually tried this with water, and it worked. The only difference is that with water, since water dries a lot slower, you actually have to like blow dry it in between, but who cares? I can use water, right? I have so many flies right now. I bought some black ink in this one called Burnt Umber, and I actually didn't like the black ink. I thought it gave kind of a greenish result, which is why I ended up not using it for the roots. But the Burnt Umber is basically what gave me this blonde color. I again will insert the clip here, but all I did was put 30 drops of this into 1 liter of water, and I dunked the wig in there, squeezed out the excess water, dried it, dunk the wig again, squeeze out the excess water, dry it, and I think I repeated this process either 3 or 4 times. I then went with a little spray bottle with the same solution and just sprayed it a bit along the roots just to make them a little bit darker than the ends. I just think that looks nicer. And yeah, that was it as far as the dyeing goes. Then to just blend it in with my own hair, I just extended the parting a little bit back because the parting just ends here and I find that really weird. Then I just put a little bit of concealer here on the parting to make that look a little bit more natural, but I actually didn't put a lot because I don't like having a visible parting. Even with my natural hair, I try to never have like a super visible parting. I just don't like it. So I just put a tiny bit, and I pull off some of my little baby hairs to the front so that I can mix them in there and make it look slightly more realistic, I don't know. And that's it. And that's my wig, and that's how it looks, and I really like it. Like I said, I got the original wig from DonaloveHair, and I will leave all the details down below for the website and stuff. I'm pretty sure I have a discount code, and if I do, it'll also be down below. I would like to say that I think these wigs are pretty pricey. I've seen lace front wigs at lower prices, and while I'm not an expert at wigs, from the videos I have watched and whatnot, these wigs do have a very good construction, and you do get your money's worth. The cap is really comfortable. This wig isn't going nowhere, it stays put. And yeah, it just feels really comfortable. It's not hot or anything. I feel completely comfortable wearing it. So I think that's what you're paying for, not so much the quality of the hair and stuff, because synthetic hair is synthetic hair. It was very tangly when I first got it because it was really long and really curly, but now it's quite soft and it doesn't get tangled at all. This was my first ever experience wearing a wig. I think I still have to get used to it a bit before I feel comfortable wearing it out, because I don't know, it's just weird, and I kind of fear that it's gonna fly off my head or something like it does in the movies. So I don't know, I'm a bit scared of wearing it out. Do let me know in the comments below if you think I could get away with wearing this out or not. I would really like your honest suggestion. And if you have any idea of how I could darken the roots of this and make it look even better, do let me know. I would love to hear it. Meanwhile, I just hope that you liked this video, and if you did, leave a like, subscribe if you want to, and I hope to see you back again next time. Bye!